I have a military background. I've been all over the world. You know, I've been in Afghanistan, Iraq. I've been everywhere. I've been shot at. I've been shot down. If you've ever seen the movie Black Hawk Down, that literally was my job, man. It was pretty insane, and I've done that for a long time. And I got into doing that. I did the corporate thing for a while. I found out that, you know, if you want to make money, you have to pretty much live at your job. And so that's what got me into the industry. I've been in the industry now for about 3 years. Long story short, I got started. I was very coachable. Within about 10 months, I was able to make a six-figure income, $10,000 a month, and I retired my wife, I retired myself, and I'm going on 3 years now. I haven't had to clock in or clock out. I haven't had to go and do anything I didn't want to do, and nobody tells me when and when I can't see my family. So I'm very blessed for that. We're very fortunate. We're running extremely hard. We have a huge team. We've literally been able to help, you know, hundreds of people, man. That's what I'm most proud of, is we've been able to grow a huge organization and help a lot of people. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to dive into the training for tonight. Mr. Gomez hit it right on the head, man, when he talked about this is Eagle School. Okay, Eagle School. This isn't Duck School. This isn't Goat School. This is Eagle School. Eagles fly high above all the problems, okay? And that's what we do. We're Eagles. We're going to fly high, and so we're going to dive into tonight. Tonight's training, I got something special for you guys. We're going to go over the master keys to recruiting. Okay, master keys to recruiting. So real quick, my background in recruiting, again, I've been in this industry now for the past 3 years. I sponsored well over 200 people personally. Okay, and a lot of those months, to be honest, I was able to take off. So, you know, we've been able to be very successful and sponsoring a lot of people, and we've been able to help a lot of people. So that's what gives me the privilege to be able to give you guys this information. So let's dive right into it. So we're going to talk about tonight the list. Okay, we're going to talk about in detail, a list, tips on recruiting. We're going to talk about how to send videos, how to do proper three-way calls, how to invite people to meetings so that they actually show up. All right, and we're going to teach you guys how to do all that tonight. Okay, so let's dive right into it. Number one, the list, guys, the list. The list is huge. We can literally spend probably a half an hour just talking about the list, how important it is. Some people really, they let it fly by. They really don't take it serious. You know, when I tell my people make a list, a lot of times, guys, when I'm telling people to do something, I'm telling them to see how far they'll go, to see if they're serious or not serious. Because the reality is, everybody wants to make money. Let's be real. Everybody wants to make money, but not everybody's serious. Okay, and so that's one of the very first things, is the list and the why that you can tell somebody to do and see if they're serious. Literally, I have somebody start off with a 25-person list within the first hour to 2 hours that they get started in the business. And when I tell them to do that and they haven't done it, that lets me know right off the bat what kind of person I'm dealing with and if they're serious or not serious about their business. Okay? I make them make a huge list, guys, all right? I make them make a 200-person list literally within their first week, minimum, and you guys are going to see why, all right? This is a contact sport. The more people you contact, the more money you're going to make, period, okay, flat out. I talk about how to grow your list. You know, there's multiple ways how to grow your list, guys. You can ask for referrals. You want to be always growing your list every single day. You want to be making new contacts to put on your list, all right? And one of the things I like to talk about is structuring your list, all right? Just writing down the names on a piece of toilet paper, that's not a list, guys, all right? You want to be a professional, you want to earn money like professionals, then be a professional. Treat your business like a professional. Guys, I literally have a list. Let me talk about how I draw out my list. All right, I have a column for their name, a column for their number, a column to peak, a column to show, a column if I've done a three-way call, a column if I've had them on a meeting, and a column for if I followed up. I even have a place where I write down where they're at and what they do, so their job and location. Guys, some of this stuff, it may not be important right off the bat, but if you're going to put people's name down, you might as well put down all the information about them you possibly can, so that way when you're following up with those people, because remember, the fortune is in the follow-up. Money's in recruiting, but the fortune is in the follow-up. When you're following up with these people, you want to be able to reference some of the things that you talked about in the past. And if you're talking about you're growing a list of 100, 200, 500, 1,000 people, you're never going to be able to remember some of the things that you talked about with these people. All right, so you want to be a professional. Treat this like a professional. Work your business like a business, and it'll pay you like one. Always ask for referrals. Always be making new contacts a day. Every person you possibly can meet, make sure they get on a piece of paper, guys. Make sure you write them down. Okay, you have a circle of influence and a circle of concern. The circle of influence are the people that are directly around you. Those are the people that you are directly influenced by. Those are the people that you know. Maybe your family, your friends, your coworkers, your neighbors. Those are the people that you can influence. Guys, the money is made in your circle of concern. Okay, you want to get to circle of influence because they have a circle of influence of their own. All right? Those are the people that you don't know. That's your circle of concern. So you want to always be moving from your circle of influence and growing out to your circle of concern. You always want to be making your circle of concern bigger and bigger and bigger, guys. Okay? Remember, if you know 10 people, guess what? Those 10 people know 10 people. Now you have a circle of concern of 100 people. Okay? If you know 100 people, guess what? Those 100 people, they probably know 100 people. So now you have a circle of concern of like 10,000. All right? So you always be growing your network. Always. Okay? Recruit up. That's one of the best things. I never tell people to prejudge, but the reality is, guys, all right, you want to get more studs than duds in your business. Okay, you want more studs than duds. And now here's the reality is a dud can lead you to a stud. All right, 7 levels deep, you will always find a stud. You'll always find a champion if you dig 7 levels deep through people. And what I mean by digging is you sponsor somebody who sponsors somebody who sponsors somebody. 7 levels deep, you'll always find a champion. But it's much easier if you make a point to recruit champions rather than to recruit chumps. Okay, recruit champions, not chumps, and you'll have a team full of champions. See, my mentor always taught me set the bar high, and you'll attract the winners. You set the bar high, and you lose the losers. You set the bar low, and you're going to attract all the losers, and you're going to weed out the winners. And we're a team of champions. Okay, we're champions and winners, and that's what we want to attract on our team. So set the bar high, recruit up, recruit people that have a bigger network than you. Okay, they have they have better communication skills, that are more professional, that are more experienced. Whatever the case may be, guys, just recruit up. You want to recruit positive personalities. You want to recruit champions and ambitious people. Those are the kind of people we're looking for. There's 2 kinds of people out there. Number 1, they're looking. Number 2, they're not looking. Period. It's that simple. They're either looking or not. So you don't have to beg, plead, convince, sell, barter anybody into this business, guys. Literally, the business does all the heavy lifting for you. The tools and everything we provide does all the work for you. All you have to do is introduce people to the business. So remember, build your list correctly and make it detailed, and make sure you can track your business like a business, and that way you can check off who you've done, who you've talked to, who you've shown a video to, who's been on a 3-way call, all that kind of stuff, guys, all right? So now let's talk about prospecting and recruiting, okay? Prospecting and recruiting. The whole purpose, guys, the whole purpose of prospecting people is to sort people, period. It's to sort them by piquing their interest, okay? Very simple, guys. Here's the thing. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person, and you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Here's why. Because if they're the right person, guess what? They're going to do this business whether you fumble and bumble how you show them the plan or not. And if they're the wrong person, you can show the best plan. You can have the best video. It doesn't matter which one you show. I get so many people that ask me, Justin, do I send the 5-minute video, the 10-minute video, the 15-minute video, the 20-minute video, the phone call, the opportunity? Guys, it doesn't really matter. If you have somebody that you know will be more attracted to a certain video, great. Send that one to them. But the reality is, if they're the wrong person, it doesn't matter what video you send them. If they're the wrong person, this isn't for them. Period, okay? So don't worry about that. Don't get caught up in that, guys. All right? A lot of people ask me, Justin, what's the best approach? Here's the best approach. It's called try. That's the best angle. Everybody wants the best angle. It's called a triangle. Just try, guys. Try. Send them an overview. Get them on a 3-way call. Get them on an opportunity webinar like the one we're going to have in an hour from now, guys, okay? When you're prospecting people, understand that you have a warm market, okay? Those are the people that you know. Those are, again, your friends, family members, co-workers, people at church, people at the gym. Those are all the people that you know. You want to get to their warm market, and I call that WYPP. That stands for Work Your People's People. WYPP, Work Your People's People. What does that mean? That means if I show my mom this business and she says, you know what, this isn't for me, son, great. Who do you know that might be interested in trading stocks? Who do you know that might be interested in making extra income? Who do you know that's not happy the amount of hours that they're working or not happy with their job? Guys, work through people, okay? It's very simple to do that. You can do that on Facebook. The best way to do that is social media, because you have a way to be able to get to other people's friends, okay? So now, let's say I talk to one of my friends and he's not interested in the business, but I know he's got a friends list full of sharp people. Well, guess what? I can go through him and find those friends that we have in common with. Maybe we have 10 or 20 people that we have in common. Guess what? Now I can introduce myself to one of those friends on his friends list that we have 20 people in common with. So he's never going to know that I found that particular person through his friends list, because we have 20 other people, friends in common, guys. Work your people's people, all right? Cold market, understand. And one thing, guys, when I'm talking about work your people's people, I don't mean go through your team's friends. All right, if they're on your team, let me clarify something. If they're on your team, leave those people alone. All right, they're on your team. They're building their business too. I'm talking about for the people that maybe this isn't for, or maybe they decided they didn't want to work with you, or maybe they're working somewhere else, another company, or whatever the case. You can do that with them, but keep your team whole. All right, we work with synergy, guys. We don't want people cross recruiting here. So number 4, cold market. All right, again, social media. Very easy way to cold market. Those are the people that you don't know. Those are the people you meet on a daily basis. The average person does 5 transactions a day, guys. 5 transactions with your credit card a day. So this is what I do. Every single time somebody takes my credit card, I don't let them take my card unless I give them a business card of my own. If somebody's going to take my money, be damn sure that I'm going to try and get their money from them by giving them a business card. Okay, so 5, think about that, 5 prospects a day. That's 25 prospects a week just by doing your daily stuff. One of the best things I ever heard, guys, is I don't go out to prospect. I prospect while I'm out. See the difference? I don't go out to prospect. I prospect the people on my day-to-day activities, on my normal day-to-day events. I'm not the weird guy. I'm not the guy chasing people down at Walmart and the mall and trying to shake hands and people feel all weird. I'm not that guy. Don't do weird things. People, most of the time, they don't even hear your business. They just see what you're doing. And if you seem weird, they don't want to have nothing to do with it. If you seem natural and you're doing them a favor, if you have posture, then they're going to be interested in what you have going on, guys. So don't be weird, okay? Understand something, all right? Look for the lookers, okay? Look for the lookers, all right? People are like this. 27% of people are not motivatable. Out of the 100 people that you meet out of there, 27 of them will be not motivatable. Those are the people that are negative about their job, negative about their business, negative about their life, and they usually have a negative bank account to go with it, guys. Those people are unmotivatable. Don't worry about it. Just identify them. You don't got to be rude. You don't got to be negative. Just say, you're a 27%er. Cool. Deuces. Move on, guys. All right? Remember, SW, 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 SW. Some will, some won't, so what? Someone else is looking, guys. Very simple, okay? Just move on. Next. I'm always thinking that. Next. 60% of the people out there, 60 out of 100 people that you talk to are up and down, okay? They're motivated, and then they get demotivated. They want to go to the gym and work out, and then they don't want to go. They want to get on a diet and lose weight, and then they don't. And they want to stay fat. They want to work their business, and then they don't. They want to be wealthy, and then they don't. Guys, that's most people. 6 out of 10 people are like that. Those are some of the people on your team. Understand that that's is what it is. The numbers are what they are. Don't worry about that. Here's the best part, guys. You don't get to decide you don't get to pick where you are, but you get to decide who you are. You guys get that? You don't get to pick where you are, but you get to decide who you are. So you can always decide to change anywhere you want, guys. You can always decide to come better. Okay, you can always decide to move up. People can always be better. So don't prejudge people and think that they're stuck there. People can always be better. You just got to be the bridge to take them from obscurity to light. Take them from dark to light. Get them across the bridge, guys. I look for the 10% people out there. 10 out of 100 people you talk to are motivated. Okay, 10 out of 100 are motivated. Those are the people you don't have to tell to get on the calls. You don't have to remind them to send a text to their team to tell them to get on these trainings. By the way, ask yourself that question. Are you the one sending a text, or are you receiving a text? See, that's how you know if you're motivated or if you're up and down. Are you the person that's always getting on the calls? Are you the person that's always promoting? Are you the person that's always working the business even when nobody else is looking? See, so many people out there want this, edification when people are around, but it's the real champions that go down and they dig with nobody else looking. They stay up late. They get up early. They do all the things that nobody else wants to do, and that's why they're the champions. That's why they're making money. That's why they're successful and hitting the ranks, guys. Joseph Gomez is so low-key about what he does, it's not even funny. How does this guy that's so low-key hit the top rank in the company? Because he doesn't talk about it. He just bees about it, guys, and that's what you want. You want somebody that's motivated, or you want somebody, if you can find them, they're incredibly hard, but you want a 3%er. You want a motivator. You want somebody that motivates other people. You want somebody that steps up in front of a room. You want somebody that when they get around, see, when you walk into a room, you either attract people to you or you detract people to you. One or the other. Ask yourself, are people naturally attracted to you, or are they not, and why? Because a motivator attracts people to them. A motivator makes people better just by being around them. I know for a fact that me, Joseph Gomez, and all the other leaders on the team, Jacob and Sergio and Sam and Alex and Hans and Michelle, and guys, there's so many I can name. San and Tyler, guys, there's so many leaders on the team that I can name. It's not even funny. But these leaders, they attract people to them. All right? They attract winners to them because they are motivators and they know how to motivate other people out there. Okay? Understand, guys. Work a system-driven business, all right? Whatever your system is, I particularly like the PS3M system. Here's why. The PS3M system sorts people. Very, very simple, okay? We're looking for the 4 aces in the cards. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the 4 aces. Here's the reality. The cards are what they are. So guess what? If I pull a card and it's a king, I don't get pissed off. If I pull a card and it's a 2, I don't get upset. Here's the reality. Because the card is what it is before I flipped it over. People are what they are. Don't call a pear tree an apple tree because it's going to bear pears no matter what, okay? Understand that. Don't give up until, all right? Don't give up until. See, I put people through this PS3M system. I pique people's interest. I show them a video. I get them on a 3-way call, and then I get them to a meeting. Here's why. Because 80% of people are closed on the 4th exposure and beyond. 80% of people. You know how many people are closed on the 1st and 2nd? Less than 20%. That means if I piqued 10 people's interest, maybe 1 will get started. If I show 10 people a video, maybe 2 will get started. But if I get 10 people to a meeting, guess what, guys? 80% has been shown that people will get started. 80% of sales are closed on the 4th and 5th exposure. So what does that mean? You got to follow up. Follow up until. People ask me all the time, how long do you follow up for? How long do you wait? When do you do it? Guys, I follow up all the time. I follow up daily, weekly. I follow up until. Until what? Until they get started or they say, Justin, don't ever show me this business again. And here's why, guys. Don't feel bad because somebody that hasn't seen the business, or if they tell me, oh, Justin, I'm not interested. Here's my thoughts, guys. You're not interested. How? Of course you're not interested. How could you be interested in something I haven't even shown you yet? How could you possibly be interested on something that you can't even make an educated decision on because you haven't even seen exactly what we do? So I show them this business, guys. I focus and I follow up until they see the business. Once they see the business, they can make an educated decision. And at that point, guys, guess what? A no just means not right now. That's all that means to me. I'm going to follow up because here's the fact of life. Every 6 months, somebody's life is changing. Every 6 months, guys. All right, so understand something. I'm going to pull up one of my favorite things to talk about here. But just understand, guys, that people's lives change every 6 months. They go through a major life change, and they always have something different going on. All right, so follow up with people because you never know what point they are in their life. They could have literally been 100% everything great. They don't need the business, and the next day they get fired, or in a week they have a baby on the way, or they lose their job, or their boss pissed them off, or they want to learn how to get their money working for them. Whatever the case may be, they might even want to hang around better people and have a life change. Either way, guys, understand every 6 months somebody's life changes, so always follow up, okay? Some of the sharpest, best people will come from following up, all right? Next thing I'm going to talk about, guys, tonight is I want to talk about my ninja approach, okay? And what this approach is a way to be able to introduce people to the business so that way you can get specific results, you can track those results, and they will produce like clockwork, okay? I've been working this now for the last 2 to 3 years, and this is what's allowed me to sponsor over 200 people personally, guys, all right? So first off, let's talk about a system. System stands for Save Yourself Time, Energy, and Money, okay? Decide to be an MLM ninja, guys. Decide to be a professional. Decide to follow a system that has been proven for decades, okay, before you decide to go out there and create your own system, all right? Again, what's the system? I like to work peak, show, 3-way call, and meeting, okay? Peak, show, 3-way call, and meeting. Here's why. Piquing somebody's interest sorts them. It's very easy. It's a yes or no answer, okay? Showing somebody the opportunity doesn't waste your time because you're always going to use a third-party tool. Doing a three-way, again, doesn't waste your time or your uplines because you're able to do a phone call from anywhere, and it's usually 15 to 20 minutes. And lastly, you want to get somebody to a meeting, a face-to-face meeting where they're able to understand and get exactly what's going on with the business, all right? They're able to see how the business really works, and they're able to make an emotional connection with people in the business, but the best part is they've already gone through the other exposures, so now they can make an educated decision on what they want to do, all right? Guys, when you're using the ninja approach, when you're talking to somebody, you want to use form, okay? You want to be able to give to get. I want you guys to write that down. Give to get. You can't just be asking people 21 questions, all right? I like to use form. I like to ask people about their family, their occupation. I like to build a relationship, common interests, and then I like to give them a message, guys, all right? Understand something, though. You can't just ask 21 questions and people give you that information. You have to be willing to give them. Tell your story. That's the most powerful thing you got. Your story is literally the most powerful thing. You got to be able to take off the cap before you can pour water into the bottle, guys. So how do you take the cap off of people? You got to break them down by normalizing the situation. Give them your story. Ask them about theirs. Always ask a question at the end of every conversation. The person that asks the questions controls the conversation. Okay, so let me give an example. I might say, you know, hey Sam, I'm actually working for a job right now, or I'm actually working part-time from home. What is it that you do? Okay, he might tell me what he does. I'm going to say, great, man, that's awesome. You know, I've been working in my field for, you know, the last 3 years. How long have you been at yours? See, I'm giving to get, guys. Be willing to give to get, just like an ATM machine. You can't pull money out unless you're putting money in, okay? Ask about their family. Ask questions about their lifestyle. Ask them about where they work, how they like it, how long they've been there. Build a relationship. Talk about common interests. It's very simple, especially with social media, to find common interests with people, guys, okay? And then message. The message, here's one thing, guys. You want to spend 1 minute with 100 people, not 100 minutes with any one person. So even though you want to build a relationship, you want to do it fast, and you want to be able to pique people's interest. Because at the end of the day, this is the law of averages, this is a numbers game, and this is all about conversions. Again, the more people you talk to, contact sport, the more money you're going to make. Very simple, guys. All right, so the ninja approach, how do you pique somebody's interest? This is how I do it, guys. Number one, I ask them a simple yes or no question. Do you keep your options open to make an additional income? It's simple. It's a yes or no. Very simple. If they say yes, 9 times out of 10, they say, what is it? All right, and we'll go into what you say after that. Number two, I'll ask people, if I, would you? Write that down, guys. If I, would you? If I can show you a way to make extra income part-time, would you be interested? Let's say it's a single mom that wants to stay home with her kids. If I can show you a way to have more free time with your kids, would you be interested? Let's say it's my friend and I know he wants a BMW M3. John, if I can show you a way to get your BMW M3 and make the payment without having to change anything you have going on right now, would you be interested? Guys, it's very simple to be able to pique people's interest. The third way I love doing it is I love appealing to people's ego. I call it the ego trip, okay? I'm always soliciting people's opinion, okay? And I usually compliment them on it, so that way I appeal to their ego. Everybody out there has an opinion, guys. Every single person out there has an opinion, and most people will be willing to give it to you. So I simply solicit it. I say, hey, Sam, I'm looking at this opportunity. It looks really great to me. I know you're very sharp on this kind of stuff. Can I get your opinion on it? Tell me what you think about it. Okay? Very simple, guys. Just edify them a little bit and ask their opinion. Remember, it doesn't matter what their opinion is. It doesn't matter if they say yes or no. It doesn't matter if they like it or don't like it. The point is you want to get people exposed. The more people you get exposed, the more money you make. So just ask for their opinion, okay? Lastly, I can say, hey, I just started a project that diversifies my income. You should take a look at it. That will be somebody that I know looks up to me, okay? There's three kinds of people out there. The person that looks up to you, the person that is on your playing field, and the person you look up to. So just decide what approach you want to take with them and apply that approach, all right? The last approach is somebody that looks up to you, and you can pretty much just tell that person, look, I know your situation is not going the way you want it to go. I know you've seen I've done great things, so take a look at what I've got going on, all right? It's very simple, guys. 4 different ways you can introduce people to the business. All right. Show. How do I show somebody the business? All right. Very, very simple. I ask people, what's your number so I can send you an overview? Notice I didn't say, hey, take a look at this link. Hey, watch this video. Never, guys. I never, ever do that for a couple of reasons. Number one, I'm looking to get people exposed multiple times. I'm setting them up. I want to set myself up for success. I want to set them up so that they know that they're going to be getting on the phone with me. So the first thing I do, let's say somebody says, yeah, Justin, I'm open. Or, yeah, what is it? First thing I'm going to say is, what's your number so I can send you an overview? That's going to sort them right away. That's going to let me know if they're serious or not serious. Because if they don't want to give me their number, they're probably not that serious about making money, guys. All right? If they give me their number, then, let's say it's somebody that feels uncomfortable giving you their number, I flat out tell them, well, hey, look, this is something we're dealing with that's very serious, and we're working with some professionals, so I'm going to need your number to be able to give you all the details. All right? Easy to overcome obstacles, guys. Again, ask people for the number. What's your number so I can send you an overview? Number two, I'll say, I'll call you in 10 minutes. Are you going to be available? Or I'll call you in 30 minutes. Are you going to be available so I can give you the details? Ask them that question, guys, before you send them anything, okay? Again, that's professional. Think about this. When you go and book an appointment, when you go to a doctor's office, you don't just say, hey, I'm going to show up at noon. Or you don't just go show up. Guys, no way. That doctor will turn you away in a heartbeat because the doctor, that lawyer, they're professionals. What are they going to do? They're going to lock an appointment. I want you guys to memorize that. Lock an appointment. Set an appointment. That's the very best thing you could possibly do for posture in your business is lock an appointment. So again, I'll tell people, are you going to be available in 30 minutes so I can answer all your questions? If they say yes, bam, now I send them the video. And guess what? Now they already know that they have an appointment with me in 30 minutes. So what are they going to do with that video? They're going to watch it, guys. They're going to watch it when? Not tomorrow, not next week, not next year. Guess when they're going to watch it? Now, right now, because they know I'm going to call them in the next 10 to 30 minutes. This is how you get people watching video. You want to hop and pop, guys. You want to get people to treat you like a professional. Treat your business like a business, and it'll pay you like one, all right? Make people respect your business by you respecting your business, and I promise you they'll respect you and your business 10 times more. If they're not available, don't send the info until they are available. If somebody's at work, why are you going to send the video anyway? If somebody's at work, why are you going to tell them to get on opportunity? They can't get on it. They can't listen. They can't watch it. Make an appointment. Lock an appointment, guys. That's probably the best thing. If you take anything from this call tonight, is lock an appointment for people to be able to watch your information, okay? Lastly, when you want how to do a three-way call, okay? Now you sent the video. Once you lock the appointment, you sent the video. They're watching it. Here's the best part. Now you're able to call an upline, okay? You want to call an upline first and give details about your prospect to your upline. You also want to find out which upline is going to be available in the next 30 minutes to be able to do the three-way call. There's plenty of people out there, guys. If somebody's not available, don't freak out. Just reschedule your appointment. Push it back. Let people know that you're busy. Have posture, okay? Let them know. Say, hey, you know what? We had a meeting. It ran a little bit late. Let me be able to get in touch with you in the next 30 minutes or whatever the case may be. But usually 9 times out of 10, there's always going to be somebody available to do a three-way call for you, all right? Now, here's how you do a three-way call. You want to call your upline, okay? You want to have the upline on the phone and then call the prospect, all right? The reason why you want to do that, guys, the reason why you want to have your upline on the phone already is because brand new people to the business are usually very nervous and very uncomfortable. So if the upline is not already on the phone, chances are they're not going to address their prospect in a professional manner. They're probably going to say, hey, do you want to talk to my upline? Hey, do you want to talk to my expert? And 9 times out of 10, what is the prospect going to say? Just like at the car dealership, when the sales guy comes up to you and says, hey, do you want to talk to my manager? This car looks great on you. You want to talk to my manager? What's the first thing you say? Nah, that's all right. I'm good, right? So that's exactly why you want to have the upline on the phone already, so that way the brand new person in the business that's showing the prospect is more likely to say, hey, you know what, I have my mentor on the call, and I can have him answer all the questions, or her, I can have her answer all the questions for you. She's very sharp, all right? So guys, that's why I always have my upline on the phone with me first. Then I call the prospect. I ask 2 questions, guys. 2 questions. Remember, keep it stupid simple. KISS method, right? Number 1, were you able to see the information? It's a yes or no answer. If it's a no, reschedule. Again, lock an appointment? If it's a yes, great. Second question, what did you like best about the information? Not did you like it, not do you want to make money, not do you want to get started, none of that. You want to say, what did you like best about the information? You're gearing them to say something positive, okay? You're gearing them to say something and make them think about what they just saw, all right? Lastly, guys, what you want to do is you want to edify your upline. Whatever it is they say, if they say, I love the money, I love the product, I don't get it, I don't understand, is this one of those pyramid deals? Is this legal? Guys, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. The next thing I say is, I want to give you more information. See, if somebody says, I love the money, great, I want to give you more information. If somebody says, I don't get it, great, I want to give you more information. If somebody says, is this one of those pyramid deals? I want to give you more information. Very simple, guys. And then edify your upline strong. The more you edify, the less your upline has to close. The less you edify, the more you're forcing your upline to dig through the mud and try and convince your prospect that they know what they're talking about. All right? So edify strong. You can never edify too much. Remember that. You can never edify too much. I edify 4 things. Everybody always asks me, Justin, what do you want me to say about you? Guys, it's simple. People want to know these 4 things when they're talking to somebody. They want to know if they're making money. They want to know if they know everything about what you're talking about. They want to know that they're getting helped, and they want to know they have a strong character. So I edify 4 things. I'm going to give you guys an example. I'm going to edify Brianna right now. If I'm introducing somebody to Brianna, I would say, look, I want to introduce you to my business partner. She's very sharp. She knows all the details about the business. She's making money. She's helping a lot of people, including myself, and she's a great person to be around. Hold on a second. Guys, you see how simple that is? Money, health, knowledge, and character. That's it. That's all you got to edify. Very simple, okay? And then say, hold on a second. That's the most powerful thing you can do. And I want you guys to try this out. If you're bold, try this out. The most powerful thing on the planet that you can literally do is tell somebody you have all this great information. Call one of your friends right now and say, hey, you know what? I got the best information, man. I want to tell you all about it. And then hang up on them, man. And watch how fast they call you back, guys. Watch how fast they call you back. They want to know what it is you got. So it's the same exact thing. When you edify somebody, hey, Brianna's sharp. She knows all the details. She's helping me and a lot of other people out, and she's an incredible person to be around. Hold on a second. They're not going nowhere, guys. I promise you, they're going to sit there and cook on the phone waiting for you. And a lot of times I'll put my phone on mute, and I'll just sit there for a second and have them think that I'm calling my mentor. Have them think that I'm getting somebody on the line. But reality is, my mentor is already on the line, and their phone's on mute as well. So now I'm going to unmute my phone, and I'm going to introduce my upline to my prospect. And it doesn't even have to be an upline, guys, okay? It could be a sideline, cross-line, downline. It just has to be a third-party expert. That's it, okay? So you can use anybody for a 3-way call. All right, so now I'm just going to unmute my phone. Let's say I'm introducing her to Sam. I'm going to say, Sam, this is my mentor. This is my partner, Miss Marie. Miss Marie, this is Sam. This is what I was telling you about. Thank you, Miss Marie, for taking time out of your day. I appreciate you helping me out and breaking down all the details. I'm going to put my phone on mute, and I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to interrupt. I'm not going to chime in. I'm not going to come back on until Miss Marie brings me back on the phone, guys, all right? That's how you do a 3-way call. That's how you do a professional 3-way call. And lastly, how do you get somebody to a meeting? This is how you do it. Number 1, don't hang up the phone once your upline brings you back on the phone. Do not hang up unless you are entering their credit card information. We call it GTC. Get the check, get the cash, get the credit card, get the money, guys. Get their credit card info and sign them up, okay? If they don't sign up, again, lock a meeting. Set up another meeting with your upline so if that way you can meet face-to-face over Skype, at a Starbucks, at a home meeting, at an office, wherever. It doesn't matter. A Google Hangout, it doesn't matter. Set up a meeting where they can meet with somebody face-to-face so that way they can see what we have going on and they can build a relationship with people. If they don't sign up, set up another meeting, guys. Remember, lock a meeting. Treat your business like a business and it'll pay you like more. Remember the 5 M's. More meetings equals more money. Okay? More meeting equals more money, guys. Remember, facts tell, stories sell, all right? Sell your story. Don't give people all the details. You are the messenger, not the message. You're the messenger, not the message. So your story is the most powerful thing you can use when you're introducing this business to people. Tell your story. Develop a strong 60 to 90-second story. Develop that story, and that's what's going to get people interested. That's what's going to get people to see that you're a genuine person and you just want to help people out, okay? Again, guys, last thing I want to leave you with, don't be afraid to open a bad Christmas present, all right? Don't be afraid to open a bad Christmas present. What do I mean by that? That means on Christmas Day, when you look at those presents that are wrapped up, you don't think, oh, that's probably a bad one, I'm not going to open it. Guys, people are the same way. Don't be afraid to introduce this business to everybody, okay? If it's not for them, great. It's not for them. You sorted it. If it's for them, great. Either way, it doesn't matter. This is a numbers game. Remember, the person that gets people exposed the most makes the most money. You guys want to have your people duplicate and make a lot of money? Get 10 people on the phone in 7 days. 7 and 10. That's what we've been duplicating in Team VIP, man. That's why we got over 3,000 people on our team. 10 and 7. 10 people on the phone with a three-way call with your upline in 7 days, and you will have 3 personally sponsored people. Watch, guys. That's how the business works. I appreciate you guys hopping on. This is Eagle School tonight. Hope you guys got some value. What I want you guys to do is go on your Facebook message, go on Facebook and put Eagle School in session. I want you guys to put Eagle School is in session because you guys are Eagles, you guys are making it happen, and you're out there and you're champions, man. Eagle School in session. Go out there. If you guys got value out of this, shoot me a message on Facebook. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. For those of you guys that are online, I'm going to be sending you to our Team VIP training site, so check this site out. This is a great site for your team to be able to duplicate, get information. There's advanced training on there. There's a Team VIP blueprint where you can print out scripts, you can print out the ninja approach, you can see all that stuff, guys. All right? Make sure you're promoting. The guy that promotes the most makes the most. Let's go out there. Let's make it happen. Have a fantastic day. Jay Will, and I'm out.